As the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27 yard. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Murray throwing on second down. He goes underneath to Drake. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he...
Where the fuck is Andy? Sorry. Thank you.
Gets it to the 30-yard line.
And it's 3rd down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Chandler Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Who that? Check 4.
On second down, it's Drake, and he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Murray with a 3rd and long. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check. Watch out.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike. Check. Watch. He's checking. Crash.
Here's Murray from midfield. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Okay.
Picked off at the 46. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Rosen. Stepping up, he'll try and run. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Check curls. 43 is the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Drake. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And he hits Drake. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December. And they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 3rd down, Rosen. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well. And
inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Right there. 54.
Now this time, Murray to throw it.
Look at that, bro.
And for the
They
third
just
time
fucking
here,
break
it's
on
half
that
it's
shit, man. It's not
intercepted.
even
It's the former
close.
Seahawk,
My
Richard
bad.
Sherman. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Murray. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014. And remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
And it never
Well, I know
fucking
it goes
changed.
against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And the Niners get there and bring him down. D4 in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Alert, alert, alert. I got you. 43 is the mic. They're not ready for this.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49. Marquise Goodwin. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Running for the shotgun with Drake. He'll have a first down.
Holding, what are you fucking know?
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert. 2nd-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go. Back.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, John Tart. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
Yeah, well, his guys can do whatever they want
we
to.
watch 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly. So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On first down, it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here comes the ball. I see you, boy. I see you.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap
I
happy
just
up
no
here
one
sometimes.
ever get open, bro.
A second down pass
That's
play
why
there, but
I
it's
don't
incomplete.
ever want to play these dudes. There's no point.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they
can sit
also
there and do
lose it
whatever they
down on the
want, man.
grounding
There's no
call.
point in me playing.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an
Temperature,
all-out
I
rush
have
like
a lot of
that,
zones
I'd
open,
file
bro.
it away
Especially
because I'm going to use
T20
their
back
aggressiveness
fucking
against
tomorrow,
them as this
bro. I
game
can't
goes
even
on.
do
I'm
that.
going to hit them with a screen soon.
Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Rosen. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Showing up, slam, slam, slam. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creep. Hey, alert, alert. 80, 80, 80. Hey, echo. 43 is the mic. 40.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now it's Rosen looking. He'll let this go for the end zone. Emmanuel Sanders, 31 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Going to get this to his rookie. That's Andy Isabella. A gain there of 30 big ones for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
He's checking crack. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Go, go. Get him. You got him. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on. You better bring it. Hayward. 54. Mike, pick it up.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He's going to fire one deep. He's got it at the 15. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Murray now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, Delta. 58.
To throw again on second down. Rosen looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That's good for a 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Get that quarterback. It all comes.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
180. Hug. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check.
3rd and long here for Rosen. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hey, high 7.
Here's Rosen. And he will find his receiver Pettis for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
Let's get them out and up, not
stretch their
really
lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
All over the fucking place.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook. One-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On 2nd and 9, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. That ball complete to Isabella. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 36-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Hey, I'm coming. Mike, check 33. 33. Hey, come on. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. They do go for it. It's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Murray now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the 45 on 2nd down.
Come on, bro. They're running my fucking routes for me, man.
Andy Isabella was the intended target. They bought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Rosen. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Just throw it up. They're going to go get it.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Forced out to his left. And he will find his receiver Pettis for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season, it's big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe is them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throw caught here by Bird. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Cardinals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Murray. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I